YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. Guys, thanks for joining me. Guys, don't forget to join me tonight on Trends in the Housing Market. We have Martin North on live. Anyways, so we got warning bells. Ding, 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 ding. Warning bells are kicking off. Canada's housing market is about to crash, and it's from another publication that's forecasting it. So let's take a look at real quick here. Guys, here's the channel, 4.4 thousand videos. Don't forget to check it out, and don't forget to set your reminder right here on the channel and Martin North on the channel. Okay, so what's going on? Here it is. Warning. Boop, 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 boop. Canada's housing market is about to crash. So I have let's chain along the events here and connect the dots. So this is just a speculative thought that I have. This is from today's date. So why are they raising the bell now? We've been raising the bell since pretty much the 2012 Vancouver Olympics. Man, I remember it like it was yesterday. The gleam in the air, the happiness, the joy, the debt and poverty that's going to put the city in for the next 50 years. But realistically, I mean, all in all, the city had it all fenced off properly so people wouldn't stray off to other areas, and people were shipped out of the city or, were moved out of the city not to pose any problems to the people watching the Olympic Games. But anyways, now, what happened? Well, the market was going to crash. Everybody was selling their properties. Everybody was ready to sell after the Vancouver Olympics. Properties were too high. Properties at that time in 2012 were way beyond wages. Nobody could get into the markets in Vancouver, Burnaby, Surrey. The average wage earners, so middle class, average wage. So 45,000 to 85,000 per year. We're waiting. Yeah, I'm going to sit the sidelines out. It's 2012. I made my first video in 2011 in Vancouver, and then it got taken down in 2013, I think it was, or 2012. It got taken down, and I got up to 30,000 subscribers at that time. Now YouTube got smart. They put the algorithm in. So anyways, so ring the alarm. So let's go back. Now, how did this happen? Well, this article from a month ago, 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, is giving us a different story, and this is coming right from Vancouver, the Georgia Strait. BC real estate home prices forecast to rise 7.7% by the end of 2020 and 3.7% in 2021. Housing is going up. I'm not going to lie about that. It is going up even during the COVID relations. So BC realtors expect not only to sell more homes this year and the next compared to 2019, they also anticipate prices to rise in 2020 and 2021. So now that the middle class made, I guess, a B line or a C line or an A line or a B line out of the city, and tens of thousands of people have left the city, the article is here for you guys. I got to bring up the article because when I bring this up, I might get, I don't know how to say it, flagged for trying to be discriminatory or something. Or so this way, if I bring up the article and it's written by a publication that is bought and paid for by the Canadian government, here it is. So Aboriginals and whites leaving Vancouver. So this is what's happening. Tens of thousands are leaving. And this is an older article, so we don't even have the numbers of how many people are mass exodusing the city of Metro Vancouver, Burnaby, and Surrey, basically the Lower Mainland. Now, so who the heck is buying these properties? Like, the Canadian middle class is completely off the table. The upper class are holding tight to their money because of COVID, and they're kind of, so who's buying this? Well, here it is. Olympics came and gone. Housing market didn't go anywhere. And this happens just shortly after the Olympics. Canada was basically lobbying for more Chinese workers and tourists and students. Well, Mike, what's wrong with that? Well, Canada was deporting a lot of other cultures out of the country in a hurry. So if you're Portuguese, you know what I'm talking about. So let's go over here. And here it is. They're increasing visas to 500,000 per year. Country with a population at that time of 32 million, 30 million, and we're bringing in 500,000 per year. What did that do? It transformed a lot of Canadian major cities. So let's keep going. What happened? What happened? Vancouver I forgot a screen here. Where did I put it? I think I put it... Is it this one here? No. Okay, so what happened after this? It got so out of control that... I don't have the article, I'm sorry. That Canada put a foreign buyer's tax on. And the foreign buyer's tax was to protect the Canadian proper, the Canadians that lived here, from leaving these cities and leaving them into empty shells, or letting the city turn into an empty shell. Canada has very limited cities. We don't have cities like the state of Texas has more cities than all of Canada and Australia put together. Literally, I'm not making this up. So now, what do Canadians do? Well, they start moving to smaller towns and they become hated. I've been living in the small town where I am, opened my little own business, and it's been nothing but... I guess business-wise, it's been really bad here in my town of Merritt for opening a business. But everything else is okay. I like living here. It's quiet, 2 stoplights, and you don't get the stress of a lot of things. So what happens? Canada puts in the foreign buyer's tax. You know what happens? Like not even a week later, the real estate agents that were working in Canada went down to Seattle, King County, and to start sharing some of their leads that they have. For the foreign buyers! Foreign buyers overlooking Vancouver and heading to Seattle in frantic pace. I found the article here. There it is. So, there's the article right there. Seattle hasn't historically been known as a hotbed for foreign investment, but real estate experts say the home sales have seen a dramatic shift upwards since Vancouver brought in the foreign buyer's tax. There it is right there. Right there. So, once they put in the foreign buyer's tax... It actually brought up the housing market in Seattle. The hottest housing market in the U.S. is up 13% and now may be headed for a crash. So there it is right there, another video I did. So what is it? What do they do? BC government announces foreign buyers tax exemption. 78% of residents support banning foreign buyers for real estate. So why do they want to ban foreign buyers for? Like, what's going on? Well, a lot of the people that are buying from these foreign countries, you can't buy in their country. You cannot buy in their country. And it's on a lease or on some... I tried to buy in Mexico 2 times in 2 different states in 2 different years. They laughed at me. They go, you're a foreigner. You can't buy in Mexico. And I was laughed out of the office when I told them I was going to buy a property. I went to the lawyer's office to say, we can't sell to this guy. He's a foreigner. We cannot sell to foreigners. It's against, government law of Mexico. In 100 years, Mexico will be Mexico in 100 years because they're going to preserve their culture, their food, everything. So what's happening? So there it is. People banning. And then it comes down to this. Canada would be in a recession without money laundering from Better Dwelling. I've been covering this article. So this is what they were allowed to find till the federal government shut down the investigation. So 200 billion was found from 2011 to 2015. Then they had to shut down the operation because it's considered racist. So, parking a bus outside of Dufferin Mall in Toronto during the day and shutting down a mall and rounding up all the Portuguese people and putting them on a bus and sending them back to Portugal from the city of Toronto, they don't consider that racist. That's called forming an opinion in Canada. So anyways, so what do they do? So what did countries do to combat this? Paris did it right here. Better Dwelling. Vacant homes are a global epidemic, and Paris is fighting it with a 60% tax. Runaway real estate speculation has been filling global capitals with vacant homes, creating artificial shortages in the world's most sought-after cities. The shortage has made local homeowners wealthy overnight, but it comes at the cost of turning lively cities into empty shells. The city of Paris has decided it has had enough. The implementation of the tax in 2015, they did not quite get the results, so now they're tripling it to 60%. So there it is. Homes that are not hooked up to the grid. And there it is right there. And I've spoken to several people now, 2 people. Because right now in France, they've been having an upheaval for the last year and a half that the local media will not address. So anyways, so what's been happening? People are going into vacant homes now in Paris and stuff with entire families, their entire family. Going into a vacant home, calling the locksmith, hi, I lost my key. They don't even care. Come and change the locks. Go to the driver's license place. Oh, I live here now. Going to the oh, we want to hook up the electrical grid. It's been down. Oh, great. Finally, somebody's living there. What's your name, sir? And they've been transferring properties like that, and people are living now like that. I've heard about that. A couple of people have told me. They're just sick and tired of having to commute to work for 2 hours, and then 2-hour commute, an hour and a half commute into Paris. So they said, you know what? No. We just took an empty property, a good property that's been sitting there for years, and all boarded up, and yeah, and then the cable, the gas, all the companies are happy to have us there. So that's, and no one's ratting out at anybody, right? So, anyways, so look what's happened. So London, you got 59,000. This is an older article. New York City, 308,000. That's why you're seeing the mass exodus of New York right now. Hong Kong, that's a lot for Hong Kong because it's a small place. Paris, 107,000. Singapore, 29,000. Sydney, Australia, 118,000. I think Martin North estimated, someone said in a comment on my channel that he estimates 1 million empty homes. So we'll pick his brain later about that in Australia. And then we got Toronto. We got Toronto right here, 99,236. And that's why you're seeing a mass exodus of Toronto, because, again, the city is turning into an empty shell. Vancouver, 66,000, and Vancouver is very limited. San Francisco, 30,000, and Los Angeles. So if you look at this, 213,000. So if you look at the West Coast here, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Vancouver, right? This is all the West Coast right here, right? And this is a big, now they're going to have to add Seattle or King County, like Seattle here to this, because they belong in there with that list right now. They're estimating one in four homes or condos, a mixed batch of products. Basically, 1 in 4 are empty, and that's how bad it is. And they start tracking these palatial mansions in King County, and these condos. They're all going and they're being tracked to company numbers, like corporate numbers. So the West Coast is doing this. I hope states like Florida wakes up. States like Texas, there's got to be a place for the American proper to afford to live, right? Once housing in Oregon passed 407 was the tipping point in Oregon, where they saw a mass exodus. That's it. People are going to move to Louisiana. They're going to move to other states. So the American proper, someone asked me the other day, how long would it take for America to become like Canada's situation, where they're limited where they can live because the affordability levels? It would take a while. Like, you got so many major cities in Texas. You have so many, I don't think there's that many foreign investors that could really take on America, right? Unless they really come in with the high levels of fentanyl and all that stuff that's been wiping out our Canadian youth across our cities. If they could come in with more of that stuff to wipe out the locals, then maybe that's a way of them, like, vacant space. I don't know. I mean, what's the point of having so much vacant space if there's nobody around? I don't know. I really don't know. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I look forward to reading your comments. Am I right or wrong? Speculation. Have I been speculating wrong? I've been betting 100 to 1. A lot of this has to do with a lot of money coming into the country, foreign investing. Why would they ban certain cultures from Canada in huge numbers? I'm talking about like 41,000 Portuguese families were deported from Canada, rounded up at work and stuff, and kicked out of the country. And a lot of them were born and raised in Canada, but because their parents or something, or grandparents, came at a certain time when times were tough, the entire families, it was a mass purging. They took down all the articles. So if someone knows a way how to find backed up articles, you could find them. Mass purging in Portuguese families, entire families rounded up and taken on buses and then taken to the airport. A lot of them handcuffed on airplanes, taken back to Portugal. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, people that want to, contribute to the infrastructure are being kicked out, to the people that just want to buy up our infrastructure and leave it empty. Comment below, let me know.